stand my ground. You can keep on trying, pushing me around, but I won't back down. Well, I stand my ground. I wish I knew the words, but I don't really care at all, 'cause I won't back down. Hey, everybody, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg Knight. How you doing, everybody? Got some people in here already. That's great. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning, Grilling Pirate Pete. Arr. Gilded Liberty, Terai Deos, and Diesel Dave. Can't hear me? What do you mean you can't hear me? Is it just me? Can anybody else hear me? Because obviously somebody heard me because I got musical notes up here knowing that I was singing. Kind of quiet, huh? Really? What the hell is going on here? Hold on. You know what? Every damn day I get microphone problems. Hold on a second. Kind of quiet, huh? Really? Let me see if I can hear myself. What the hell is going on here? Hold on. Hello? You know what? Every damn day I get microphone problems. Hold on a second. Quiet,
that's weird.
Okay, well,
Really?
I'll tell you
Let me
what.
see if I
I'm
can
going to
hear
turn up the gain. Some of you hear me just, because I don't have I don't even have my volume up. Turn your volume up! Come on, I know you can hear me. Some of you can hear me just fine. All right, let's go. So, good morning, everybody. Nice to see you. I am happy to be here, and I appreciate all of you who come and see me every day. So, sounds mono instead of stereo. Quiet. You know what? That's got to be, I don't know. Here, let me hold on. Now, you're going to hear me talking to myself. Hold on a second. So, sounds mono instead of stereo. Quiet. You know what? That's got to be, okay. Well, that's the best I could do today. One of these days, I'm going to set up a system where my sound is right every day. And then we won't have to work. Yeah, yes, I did get my haircut. I'm going to set it up so that you can hear me every single time perfectly and beautifully. But, you know, I'm not a super technical guy. I'm pretty good at figuring stuff out. For example, I know that I have a short in this cord that attaches my microphone to my computer, and sometimes it causes my stuff to echo. Sarah, yes, I did get my hair cut. I cut my hair this morning. I do it myself. I'm cheap, but anyway. So, today's title of the show is Won't Back Down, and that's why I started singing that song, because I was going to sing, I planned on singing You've Lost That Love and Feeling, but, you know, maybe I'll just save that for another day when I want to sing a little more seriously and more, you know, maybe I won't save it for Valentine's Day, because that wouldn't be cool. You don't want to sing that song on Valentine's Day. That's just, you know, that's a breakup song. But anyway, I Want You Back song. You know, like the Jacksons. I want you back. Yes, I do now. I want you back. Ooh, baby. I want you back. Yeah, 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 yeah. But that's not the song either. Anyway, no, I'm not a skinhead. How many brothers do you know who are skinheads? Hey, Necrosa Collins. Hey, Sean. By the way, did I even say hi to you? No, because you said I was kind of quiet. I'm not quiet. Anyway, all right, let's get it started today, because there's a couple articles that I wanted to get to. Now the other day I was talking about one of our own. Hang on a second, I'm having issues here. Oh, I figured it out. I don't have my coffee with me. I left my coffee over there in the kitchen. All right, there's a chance that I may have to put us on pause at some point during this broadcast, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to try to stay with y'all here. Okay, so let's get back into this. So the other day I was talking about Ilhan Omar, the congresswoman from the 5th District in Minnesota, and she got herself a little trouble talking about, you know, she's allowed to be anti-Israel. She's allowed to say what she wants to say. She has the same First Amendment rights as every other person that lives in these United States that's a citizen. But, you know, what happened is a lot of people decided some of the things she was saying about Israel relied on what we call anti-Semitic tropes. And so she got in a little hot water, and they had all this, you know, this hubbub in Congress and did this resolution that was supposed to be about her, but it was eventually about talking about all the hate and whatever. Now, my position on that was, if you do not remember, Ilhan Omar can be as anti-Semitic as she wants. And I can disagree with her. And I can criticize her for that, okay? But you know what? I'm not asking for anyone to remove her from Congress. Now, if her party wants to remove her from committees, that's fine, like the Republicans did with Steve King. He said some stupid shit not too long ago, and he got removed from committees. And if the Democrats want to do that, whatever. But I am, while I condemn her thought process, I do not condemn her use of speech. Now, if you've been following the news the last few days, you also know that a certain TV commentator named Tucker Carlson has also gotten into hot water recently because if the company Media Matters, which is a left-wing Democratic operative group, dug up a bunch of his old some quotes from a shock jock radio show he used to call into between 8 and 11 years ago, and they're all trying to get him fired. Well, I am going to be consistent and saying, you know what? Well, first of all, this shit's from 10, 12 years ago. Most of it's over a decade old. And what he was saying, if you really try to understand what he was saying and the context of how he was saying it, some of it was jokes. Some of it was just a lot. He was trying to figure out the logic of a certain issue, and people are trying to get him fired, trying to get his sponsors taken away, and all that. So, so that's my first subject today. We're going to talk a little bit about Tucker Carlson. And so I got this article. Now, it's from the Daily Caller, which is Tucker Carlson, or he founded the Daily Caller, but that's okay. We're still going to listen. I'm still going to read this because it's a pretty fair description of what happened to Tucker Carlson. So here we go. Conservatives strike back at Media Matters for Tucker Carlson hit job. And this is written by Amber Athey. She's the White House correspondent for the Daily Caller. Conservatives struck back at Media Matters for America late Sunday and early Monday in response to the organization's recent hit job on Fox News host Tucker Carlson. Critics of Media Matters for America noted the organization never fully assumed accountability for its president's own blog post, in which he used the words like trannies, homos, and degraded Bangladeshis. And it never seems to call for the ousting of liberals caught saying similarly dubious things like Democratic Minnesota Representative Ilhan Omar and MSNBC Joy Reid. MFA routinely targets the advertisers of Fox News media hosts and digs through decades of media history in an attempt to get conservative pundits and reporters fired from their jobs. Donald Trump Jr. told the Daily Caller that MMFA, that's how I'm going to say it from now on, selective outrage is disturbing, explaining the anti-Tucker outrage mob is so clearly acting hypocritically and in bad faith for purely partisan political reasons, which of course they are. They're a jackass. Their whole purpose is to direct outrage towards anything in conservative, I'll put it in quotes, media, because they just attack anybody who happens to get off the Democratic Party line. David Brock is a Democrat sycophant, which is fine. He can be, but you just got to know where this is coming from. All right. How many of these people have called for Joy Reid to be fired from MSNBC for her homophobic comments? Or for Representative Omar to be stripped of her committee assignments for her anti-Semitic comments? Trump Jr. questioned, why would so many people apparently want to live in a world where we allow professional trolls and faux outrage mobs to weaponize statements from a decade ago to get their political enemies fired from their jobs? Very well said, Junior. I think he's kind of a, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Donald Trump Jr. either, but he's right this time. Anyway, Media Matter for America declined to attack MSNBC host Joy Reid, who repeatedly wrote homophobic comics and peddled conspiracy theories on her personal blog in the 2000s. Reed apologized for some of the posts, but also claimed with no evidence that some of them were written by hackers. I bet they were Russian bots. Do you think they were Russian bots? I bet you they were Russian bots. And here's what's interesting. I appreciate the fact that Tucker Carlson is not backing down. No, I won't back down. I will. What's the next line? I don't know. I won't turn around. Keep on pushing me down. Whatever the words are. I don't know the words of that song. I wish I did. I kind of like the song, though. I do like the song. Okay. Anyway, MMFA, Media Matters for America, similarly refused to comment on old blog posts by its president, Angelo Carusone, that contained derogatory comments. Derogatory? What the hell is that? What the hell is derogatory? Derogatory comments towards transgender people and racist remarks. Ned Ryan, the CEO of American Majority, brought up MMFA's silence on Joy Reid and its overall partisan agenda. Now, this is a very accurate statement. Their entire purpose for existence is to take out conservatives in media and politics, Ryan said. They're a partisan hit squad trying to delegitimize and deplatform conservatives. Serious-minded people should understand this is political warfare and tell Media Matters to go pound sand, which is exactly what Tucker Carlson did. In fact, his response, I thought, was kind of perfect for this. Senior town hall columnist Kurt Schlichter denied that MMFA engages... Denied? What? Wait a minute, hold on. Denied? Wait. Senior town hall columnist Kurt Schlichter, he didn't deny that they did this. Anyway, said that MMFA engages in hypocrisy instead of calling it Operation... Oh, I see. MMFA... Kurt Schlichter denied that I'll just say Media Matters. It's too hard to say that. Kurt Schlichter denied that Media Matters engages in hypocrisy, instead calling its entire operation a lie and a cheesy gift. It's all just a cheesy grift where they fake outrage to silence political opponents because they know their own garbage ideology won't play with Americans, Schlichter asserted. Nobody's fooled that they should go pound sand. So that's two people telling him to go pound sand. Carlson, a Daily Caller co-founder, has received significant support from conservative media figures in the face of Media Matters attacks. Joe Concha, a media reporter and columnist for The Hill, predicted that the outrage over Carlson's old comments won't last long because it appears selective. It is absolutely selective. Let's put it this way. The governor of Virginia is still the governor of Virginia. They haven't called for his resignation. The lieutenant governor, the governor of Virginia, the dude who was either in blackface or a Klan hood in his college days, which was, I think, is stupid too. Again, I don't give a crap what someone said 25 years ago, 30 years ago, 10 years ago. I want to know what they think now, and I want to know that there are, and now a lot of people, the problem is Media Matters does not agree with what Carlson says now either. But anyway, we might, if I get a chance, we might spend some time on what he said. All right, let's finish this up. I think the story goes nowhere because the outrage appears selective, Concha told the caller. If you're Media Matters, you can't omit any coverage of Joy Reid and then, in the same breath, demand Carlson be removed from the air. Anyone looking at this situation can objectively see that, except for the media. They seem to they're really stuck on this story, and there's a lot of, fucking... Bill Kristol and some of these guys, Bill Kristol, who's turned into an ass. This is not a hill to die on. Let's see. Let's real quick. Let's look at some of the tweets about this. Donald Trump Jr. defends Tucker Carlson. That's the Hill story. Oh, now let's watch Chris Cuomo blast Tucker Carlson. Wow, Chris Cuomo. Are you still mad about the governor of Virginia? I bet you're not talking about him. Don't expect apologies from Fox hosts over hateful comments. Chris Cuomo, I guarantee I can dig up some bullshit you've said. Here's let's watch Tucker's monologue though from last night. I thought this was pretty
There's really not that much you can do to respond. It's pointless to try to explain how the words were spoken in jest or taken out of context, or in any case bear no resemblance to what you actually think or would want for the country. None of that matters. Nobody cares. You know the role you're required to play. You are a sinner begging the forgiveness of Twitter. So you issue a statement of deep contrition. You apologize profusely for your transgressions. You promise to be a better person going forward. With the guidance of your contrition consultants, you send money to whatever organization claims to represent the people you supposedly offended. Then you sit back and brace for a wave of stories about your apology, all of which are simply pretexts for attacking you again. In the end, you get fired. You lose your job. Nobody defends you. Your neighbors avert their gaze as you pull into the driveway. You are ruined. And yet, no matter how bad it gets, no matter how despised and humiliated you may be, there is one thing you can never do, one thing that is absolutely not allowed. You can never acknowledge the comic absurdity of the whole thing. You can never laugh in the face of the mob. You must always pretend that the people yelling at you are somehow your moral superiors. You have to assume that what they say they're mad about is what they're actually mad about. You have to take them at face value.
Now, and the other part of this is it doesn't matter if you apologize. The mob isn't there for you to apologize. The mob wants its pound of flesh. They want your head on a pike. They want you gone. They're trying to assert power to remove you from what you do. Just hear the end of this.
You must pretend this is a debate about virtue and not about power. That your critics are arguing from principle and not from partisanship. No matter what they take from you in the end, you must continue to pretend that these things are true. You are bad, they are good, the system is on the level.
Yeah, so anyway, that's Tucker's response. Let's hear what Cuomo said. I bet this is going to piss me off. I know it. But anyway, do they have a clip? Let me see if they have a clip. No, they don't. Let's read this article from The Hill, though. Oh, there it is. Let's see what... Now, let's listen to Chris Cuomo. I guarantee you, if we dug through Chris Cuomo's history, I bet you'd find some very similar things. There's things that people would find problematic, and no one's going to call for his ouster from CNN. Let's listen to Chris Cuomo. How long is this?
When the president started with the fake news BS, I knew it was going to have an impact. This president has a...
Wait, whoa. Did you hear what he just said? The fake news BS. Let that sink in for a second. Let it saute in your brain. And think about that. The fake news BS. I think there's a news organization. There's a couple of them, but there's one in particular that is about to be sued for $250 million. Now, what news organization was that? I can't remember. And why are they being sued? Something about a fake or story they got wrong about some kids wearing some red hat. What the hell was that? Oh, you know what I'm talking about. I know you do. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Let's continue this nonsense.
Keen ear for what to say, to play on people's fears, to stoke anger.
Now, oh my God. Chris Cuomo, you are so lacking in self-awareness. You do you watch your own network? My God, all you do is try to stoke fear. But I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna try to get through this without exploding.
And people are very suspicious of many things, including the media. So I went out against it early. It was so damaging, so ugly and intentional, such a slur. I said it was like the N-word for journalists.
Oh,
wrong.
Oh, and you're a moron for even saying... Yeah, you're a moron, Chris. You're a moron. You're a flipping... I don't want to see your face that big. Oh, my God. Hell no. You're a moron, Chris.
After I said it, family and friends started calling, reminding me of what I knew and screwed up. The N-word carries a legacy of...
Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's admitting that was a stupid thing to say. Yeah, he did. I guarantee you, Chris, I can find a dozen stupid things you've said. Oh, let him go.
Violence and murder and prejudice that is so profound in disrespect that being called fake could never carry that. What I said was wrong and hurtful. And if I knew that, I should own it and apologize. I didn't hesitate.
Chris, you said it 6 months ago while you were working for this network that you're on right now. You moron. Yes, you said something stupid on the network in which you work right now. This was not something you said 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Should we dig up some shit you said 10, 12 years ago and then hold you accountable for it now? And in context, now it may have been something that was, and let's see if it's something that's totally out of context, but you said it anyway. Do you need to apologize for someone deliberately taking you out of context? Can I get through this? Am I going to be able to get through this? I don't know. We'll see.
I apologized because my intention was to protect something that mattered, and this did the opposite. But I didn't want to disparage African Americans or the legacy of slavery, the opposite of anything. I didn't want to increase any divide. So that takes me to what's going on right now in the media, chasing after Tucker Carlson and Pirro, the latest provocateurs on the Trump train over at state TV.
The difference, ladies and gentlemen, Pirro, what she said was a few days ago. You can criticize her for that, but should she be silenced because she had that opinion? Let me see what he says. I haven't read. Obviously, I haven't seen this, but it's annoying me already.
They should apologize for what they said about every minority group they could target collectively, though Carlson is the main mouth. Apologize? Are you kidding? They're not going to apologize. Stop asking. They want to press the divide. They want.
Sorry.
Want to attack what most want to protect. And ironically, you give them attention for doing something wrong, and they use that attention to say it more, and ironically, use your negative attention to play the victim. Big boy will say the left is coming at me. It isn't nice. At the same time,
I always love how Chris tries to play tough guy. It cracks me up. Yeah, Chris, we know you work out. You're a tough guy. Quit, whatever.
He would strip away the sensitivity toward those who are actually victimized. Hypocrisy often goes hand in hand with harshness. Few bullies can withstand what they dish out to others. Listen to what Carlson says. He would vote for a presidential candidate who said, it's these lunatic Muslims who are behaving like animals, and I'm going to kill as many of them as I can if you elect me.
Whoa! Holy shit! Is that what he was saying, Chris? Oh my God. I'm now I want to find that quote and see exactly what it was, because I don't think he was
Iraq is a crappy place filled with a bunch of, semi-literate primitive monkeys. The Congressional Black Caucus exists to blame the white man for everything. He said this about a TV host. She seems extremely C-wordy. He didn't say that. He said the actual word. As for Jeanine Pirro, here's a taste.
Okay, so I'm going to pull some quotes up of something you said that we don't know. I haven't even watched the clips from Carlson, but I want to know if that was his intent. What was the context in which he said these things? Now, someone being cunty 10 years ago, 11 years ago, no one gave a shit. If you're on a shock jock show and someone's being cut, how many times? Good God. Now I got to go back and watch. I got to go back and see the context of what these things are. I know I saw some of it, but I don't know.
Which, according to the Quran 33:59, tells women to cover so they won't get molested. Is her adherence to this Islamic doctrine indicative of her adherence to Sharia law, which in itself is antithetical to the United States Constitution?
No, Jean Pirro, I don't agree with Jean Pirro in the way she juxtaposes this. There are plenty of people in other religions who cover themselves, okay? And now I understand she has this concern about having this, Omar in Congress. Does she have loyalties other than... It's the same thing you would say if someone said someone Jewish has loyalties, whatever. But in any case, okay, so that's her opinion. It may be right, it may be wrong. I don't know, but you know what? So we're gonna have an outrage mob about it. Yeah, it might be offensive to some people. You know how many things Chris Cuomo says that are offensive to me? Jesus.
You know what they're doing. This BS is currency for them. They get paid for this. The base likes their heroes to be base. They've seen this president make it to the White House in part by doing the same thing. Now, a lot of this stuff that's coming up, at least about Carlson, is from years ago, when he was desperate for attention. Here's the test. Would he say the same things today? No, he's too busy playing the victim. He'd only say that he was naughty, but he wouldn't repeat them tonight. Why not? Come on, big man. Read the list of all the things that...
There you go, tough guy Cuomo. Tough guy Cuomo.
You said, and do it again and show that you mean it.
How about if he didn't mean it, Chris? How about if some of it was joking? The thing about when he was saying that, women need to be quiet and blah, blah, blah. That was a joke. Now, was it a joke that in one time it would have been just fine and now it may be in bad taste, or it may be intentionally in bad taste because it's so over the top that no one would believe that you were serious? What a jackass.
You're not more about...
See, you used to be able to tell jokes and now you can't, and I get it that things have changed. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different opinion, but good God.
Money now than you are about the truth, are you? He says apologizing to the mob costs people their jobs. What a coward. Why don't you repeat what you said if it's not such a big deal? You're not going to apologize. He's being treated unfairly by those criticizing the same. Give me a break. See this guy and the others for what they are. If you mean it, own it. Don't just protect your money and your fame, or infamy in your case. Apologize if you want, but that takes character. That is strength.
Or say why you're not apologizing and invite people on to talk about it, which is what he did. If he wants to apologize, he can apologize. If he doesn't want to apologize, he doesn't. And Chris, you can have your opinion too. We don't care. But don't act so self-righteous when we start digging up some of the shit you said in the past. Not we. I'm not going to do it. But someone's about to do it. I guarantee you now that Media Matters decided to play this game, and we've done it with Joy Reid, and we've done it with, all sorts of people. You're next, Chris Cuomo. And I guarantee you they will find some shit that you said in the past that nobody's going to like. And you're going to be, and you'll, you know what? You won't have to worry about it because Joy Reid's still on the air. Governor Northam's still a governor. Lieutenant Governor of Virginia is still Lieutenant Governor. Hell, Keith Ellison, who has documented evidence of battering women, is the Attorney General of my state. I don't hear you calling for his apologies. He hasn't apologized. Where you at, Chris Cuomo? Where you at? Where are you? Are you a coward to actually call out someone from your side? Because you know it's your side, right, Chris? We all know it's your side. I know you support your brother, right? Your brother's a Democrat governor of New York. We know it's your side. Gun, Roseanne. I mean, you know what? So, Chris, are you too much of a coward to call out your own side? Probably. Because you have a cushy little job at CNN. And your job is to resist.
That is integrity. Own that you did.
Which you have none.
Did something wrong. People who just say ugly things to get attention and jump up and down on the fault lines in our society, you don't have any of these virtues. You are a victim, though, not of others, of yourself. Know that.
Yeah. When you start calling out everybody else, then I'll start listening to you too, Chris. Let's see, what else? I was going to do one more. I already got that. All right, that's good enough. Then there's an editorial. Then there's an editorial by Jill Filipovic. Tucker's and Carlson's words reveal who he really is. Really is? I don't know. Maybe he's changed. Who knows? Screw you, lady. All right, moving on. So we also got a couple other things. Let's see. I do have an article that, where'd it go? Sarah sent me an article. I'm going to read this one too because speaking of won't back down. This is a little more lighthearted, and it's the picture on my thumbnail. UFC star Conor McGregor arrested for allegedly stomping on someone's phone in South Florida. Is this a Florida man story? I don't know. Hey, by the way, a bunch of people showed up while I've been running my lips. I see Maniac Man, Max Del Rio. Who else is here? I saw I already got you. Oh, and Seamus Derby. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Anyway, Conor McGregor's in trouble. Dude, come on, Conor. Why is this from... Oh, it's the Detroit article. Anyway, UFC superstar Conor McGregor was arrested in Miami-Dade County Monday evening after allegedly stomping on someone's phone. According to authorities, the victim and McGregor were exiting the Fontainebleau Hotel. The victim tried to take a picture of Conor McGregor with his cell phone. McGregor allegedly slapped the phone out of his hand, causing it to fall to the ground. Then he reportedly stomped on it several times, damaging it. The fighter picked up the phone and walked away with it. The victim said the phone was valued at $1,000, which McGregor was arrested and charged with strong arm robbery and criminal mischief because the phone is worth $1,000 or more. He was previously arrested back in April 2018 on assault charges after throwing someone through a window of a minibus, injuring a passenger. Oh, I didn't know about that one. Jeez. Here's the deal. McGregor, who obviously has some anger management issues, because the phone is worth $1,000, he's getting charged with strong arm robbery. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure that somehow this is going to get settled out of court, but clearly Conor McGregor won't back down. I will stand my ground. Something about the gates of hell, but I won't back down. I don't know. That's the song. Anyway, thanks, Sarah, for sending me that article. I appreciate that. So we're going to get into a little, find out what people are talking about today on Twitter. I do have one, let's see here, just checking that down, okay? Just checking the notifications just to see if there's anything missing. So let's find out what's happening in the world by looking at the Twitter trends. I need some Twitter trends music. Like I said, I'm going to start formatting a few more things so that I have a little bit better intro. And I definitely need a better outro. I need an outro that says, you know what? I was glad you're here and I want you to come back and please show this and please show that rather than just talking every day. But I'll get to that. Sometimes, now that my son's basketball season is over and the high school season for me ends, well, it doesn't end because we have the school that I coach at is in a section final, and then we can go to the state tournament. And my girls' team just started practicing. Oh gosh, basketball just never ends. It really never does. But I do have a little more time because my ninth graders no longer have practice. So I'm going to start making some better better graphics and intros and things like that. And then I'm going to start making videos again. I talked about this yesterday, which, by the way, on Friday, what's today? Tuesday? On Friday, we need a quitter intro. Right, yeah, I need an outro. Right. That's the thing. I don't have a really good outro. So I'm going to put one of those together. And then also on Friday, we're going to go, I was supposed to have my 200 subscriber special, which I never really had. So I'm going to do that on Friday, and we're going to go through the first video I ever did that got me started doing YouTube, and we'll just kind of do some chatting with the chat a lot more that day. So anyway, let's go on to Twitter trends though, because we always like to know what's going on in the world. I got a feeling that, oh man, there's so much going on. But here we go. Let's go into Twitter trends. Queen Radio is #1 trending. What is going on with Queen Radio? What does this mean? If you thought Nikki was going to be on time, what does Queen Radio mean? I have no idea. It's trending with Queen Radio London, DJ Boof. She better have a good reason why she is late. She better give us info on the NM5 and the documentary Queen Radio. I don't. Anyone know anything? Apparently, someone was supposed to be on the radio, and they haven't. Okay, where is Nikki? Okay, oh, I see. Is Nicki Minaj supposed to be on the radio? They keep talking about who? I have no idea. You know, sometimes we get into Twitter trends and, you know, maybe it's just me being a boomer. Okay, someone's, you know, I know the fuck he not playing Big Ol' Freak, Queen Radio. Is she supposed to be, okay, I don't know. Apparently Nicki Minaj is supposed to be on some radio station in London, and we get lots of gifs of her twerking and all that nonsense. So, who knows? Don't care. It's the #1 trending thing on Twitter right now, and there's nothing telling me what this means. Every time here ranking up. Okay, don't know. Nobody knows. Everyone's like putting some dancing gifs on. Even Jay-Z. Okay, I don't know. Nobody knows. I hear you, Sarah. I feel so old. Aladdin put out a trailer. It's trending #2 on Twitter. See Aladdin, Jasmine, and Genie in action in the first full-length Aladdin trailer. Interesting. Now, I can't get excited for this. You know, some of this live action Disney stuff, and why in God's name did they cast Will Smith as the genie? Now, I hope he does well. And, you know, this is one of those ones where people are complaining about the casting because you got the wrong person, you know, represent. Oh, God. You know that thing where they constantly complain about, well, this girl's supposed to be Persian, so you should have cast a Persian girl, and this is this, and this, you're supposed to be casting this and that, and, you know, I get so tired of that bullshit. But let's see if we can find the first full-length trailer for Aladdin. Maybe they got it on BuzzFeed. Oh, here we go. Here's Disney's. This could be it.
They're over there. Get them. Stop me. You three get back here. Stop that boy. He's on the roof.
Okay, this looks pretty good so far.
You stumbled upon an opportunity. I can make you rich.
Wait a minute,
Rich enough.
Is that supposed to be Jafar? Sarah, Jafar is sexy, and that's not okay. Why? Jafar is supposed to be a craggly old dude. Like, I would have. You know who I might have cast as Jafar? Oh, what's his name? The Mexican dude that used to be in prison that he's been in all kinds of movies. They would never got away with it. What the hell's his name? Anyone know who I'm talking about? Who am I talking? Danny Trejo. Danny Trejo as Jafar. That's who they should have made Jafar. He should have been a mean-looking dude. Anyway, here we go.
To impress a princess. What would I have to
Jasmine looks nice, though. Jasmine looks nice.
do? There's a cave of wonders.
You know what? No,
Bring me
no.
the...
Here's the thing. Ben Kingsley would have made a great Jafar, too. Yeah. Good call, Diesel Dave. Now, as I'm watching this trailer, so far, I'm really, really impressed because the action scene they showed at the beginning, the Cave of Wonder, looks. I mean, like they're pulling this from the cartoon that they made, but they really did a good job with this so far. So maybe I do want to see this. Hang on, let's go. Misspelled. Yeah, the last name Trejo.
Lamb.
O great one who summons me, I stand by my oath, loyalty to wishes 3.
Nope. Yeah, the costume's off, but you know what? It's okay. I think it looks really good, but I don't see Will Smith as the genie. And maybe it's just because, Wisecracking Robin Williams was so good. But hang on, at the beginning when he comes out, he's serious. So hang on, let's just keep watching.
I'm kidding.
I just see Will Smith. That's all I see. And I'm sorry, is that blue face on Will Smith? Is that blue face? God, motherfuckers. He's wearing blue face. That's racist. All right, hang on.
Watch this.
Watch out! You done wound me up. You ain't never had a friend like me.
Yeah, no, I don't want to rap in Jafar. I just don't. Someone said that Jack Black would have made a great Jafar. Obviously not more muscular, but I think he'd have been funny. But anyway, yeah, he's appropriated Smurf culture. I hear.
Hey, can you make me a prince?
There is a lot of gray area in make me a prince. I could just make you a prince.
Oh, no.
Y'all see my palace?
You look like a prince on the outside, but I didn't change anything on the inside. Showtime.
No, I'm in charge, okay? I say when it's time.
Okay.
Really? I thought a princess could go anywhere.
Not this princess.
Do you trust me?
Yes, Kevin Hart would have made a good genie. You know what? I was okay. I know y'all. You're saying someone said, "Oh, Joey, more cancer." Seamus, I gotta be honest. Shaq would have been good too, but I gotta be honest. This looks way better than I was expecting. It really does, and I mean, Aladdin came out when my kids were little. I'm way older than that, but this actually looks pretty good so far. Like they've done a good job with it, so I'm not as disappointed as I thought it was going to be. Just with the trailer, we'll see.
Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star. I've come so far. Let me share this whole new world with you.
I'm impressed. I'm actually impressed, and it makes me want to see it. I don't know if I'll see it in the theater because it's just not the thing, but that really looked good. I'm, you know what? Because sometimes Disney screws shit up. And this dude, Maina Massoud, who just pinch myself sometimes at the idea of playing this iconic character, his journey in this film is only something I could have dreamed of playing with. This trailer is only a sliver of the adventures you'll get to see this May. Get ready for a whole new world. Okay, that's the actor playing, not Aladdin, the kid, whatever the kid's name is. I can't remember. You know what? I'm thinking this looks pretty good now. I really do. Okay. All right. So that's trending number 2. A lot of people talking about Aladdin. Number 3, Web 30. Don't know what that is. Remembering technology. Oh, the World Wide Web turns 30. Yeah. Who remembers this? Look at that. That little dialing process. Man, I had the first computer my wife and I had together was an Apple II, and gosh, dial-up internet. We were so tired of, you had to get off the internet so you could make a phone call. So we got a second line, and then we had 4 telephone lines in our house because we had a fax too in our house, and an Apple II to get in the Yahoo chat rooms, or not Yahoo, America Online chat rooms. Yeah, So, the World Wide Web turns 30 this today. In 2001, Wikipedia became one of the first applications on the web in pursuit of free knowledge for all humans. Yeah, Wikipedia. Okay, so Google has a whole bunch of stuff about it. Let's see. Anything really? Oh, gee. Let's see what Al Gore has to say. In 1991, the High Performance Computing Act paved the way for what used to be known as the Information Superhighway. I was proud to write the legislation and help ensure the internet supports a free democracy, a standard we must continue to protect. And let's save the world from global warming. Yeah, okay. I was proud to write the legislation. He was a co-sponsor of the legislation. But whatever. Anyway, so cool. The internet's 30, the World Wide Web is 30. The internet was before the World Wide Web. Aunt Becky's trending number 4. What the hell is Aunt Becky? Oh, geez. I can't stop laughing at how Lori Loughlin is implicated in a federal mail fraud scandal. And the thing that's trending is Aunt Becky. What? Who the hell is Aunt Becky? Aunt Becky paid $500,000 to bribe her daughters way into USC. $500,000 just to get them into USC. How bad were their grades and test scores? Now, what happened here? Aunt Becky is involved in a college sports scandal uncovered by the FBI. Don't ever let anyone tell you college sports aren't the greatest, dumbest sports. Okay, I want the story. Where's the story though? Hey, what the hell? Oh, is she Aunt Becky? She was Aunt Becky. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lori Loughlin. Oh, here we go. Let's read this story. This one was in Felicity Huffman, Lori Loughlin, among actresses, CEOs charged in alleged college admission scams. I did not hear about this. Everyone's going to be talking about it, though, because they're going to call her Aunt Becky. Actresses and chief executives were among 50 people arrested in a nationwide college admissions cheating scam, authorities announced Tuesday. According to the charging documents, actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are among those involved facing charges. The suspects allegedly paid bribes of up to $6 million to get their kids into elite colleges, including Yale, Stanford, Georgetown, and USC. Goodness gracious. In most cases, the students did not know their admissions was contingent on a bribe. So it wasn't, well, whatever. University athletic coaches and administrations of college entry exams were also among those arrested. Wow, that's a big number of people. The alleged scam centered around a man in California who ran a business helping students get into the college of their choice. Authorities say parents would pay him a predetermined amount, with full knowledge of what they were doing. He would then steer the money to use one of two places, either an SAT or ACT administrator or a college athletic coach. The coach would allegedly arrange a fake profile that listed the prospective student as an athlete, and exam administrators would either hire proctors to take the test or correct the answers of a student. The bribes ranged from a few $1,000s to up to $6 million, according to officials. Holy shit. The charge documents, unsealed in a Boston federal court, are more than 200 pages long. I want to know who else is in this. Anyone else? They allege that Huffman and her husband made a purported charitable contribution of $15,000 to participate in the college entrance exam cheating scheme on behalf of their eldest daughter. Huffman later made arrangements to pursue the scheme a second time for her younger daughter before deciding not to do so. Federal agents say they have recorded telephone calls with Huffman and a cooperating witness. Documents say that Laughlin, Aunt Becky, and her husband agreed to pay bribes totaling $500,000 in exchange for having their two daughters designated as recruits to USC's crew team, despite the fact that they did not participate in crew. Oh my gosh! Thereby facilitating their admission to USC. Officials say they have emails from Laughlin. Oh my, that is crazy. Oh man. Okay. Here's my charge for all of you today. Good morning, Cracked. Good morning, Johnny Hellcat. By the way, anyone else show up while I was gone? While I was not paying attention? All right. Here's my oh my gosh. Here's my charge for y'all today for tomorrow's show. And remind me that I asked this question, because I want you to count how many times you hear the word privilege or see the word privilege on Twitter in relation to this story the next day or so. Oh my gosh. Aunt Becky. My day was going seemingly as planned until Aunt Becky was charged with conspiracy to commit mail fraud and honest services fraud in alleged college entrance exam cheating scheme. You're in big trouble, mister. Oh my gosh. This is the Full House memes are going to be strong today. Holy crap. Oh, that's just a bummer. I always liked Lori Loughlin too. I always thought she was cute. I mean, she's still cute, but oh my goodness. You know, because right now I haven't seen privilege yet in any of these tweets. About to start a GoFundMe for Aunt Becky's legal defense under the name Have Mercy. And now here to comment on behalf of Aunt Becky is Uncle Joey. Cut it out. Oh my gosh. Oh, and you know, the fact that it's all Aunt Becky. And you know, just so you know, on Black Twitter, Becky is just any random white woman, but oh my gosh, I have incontrovertible video proof that Aunt Becky is actually innocent and is taking the fall for Uncle Jesse. Watch.
Give her the burrito.
Thank you.
Here you go, Peach.
See? See?
What is that attractive hoodlum?
It's Jesse, not... Oh, good gosh. Well, anyway, that's why Aunt Becky's trending. That's hilarious. I mean, I don't know. It's hilarious and sad, too. I want to see the rest of the indictment, though. I want to know who else... I mean, they say 50 people. Who are the rest of these 50 people? It's not in this article. Let's see if it's in another one. Hang on. Here's NBC, Tom Winter. Wow. Scheme involves students who attended or were seeking to attend Georgetown University, Stanford University, UCLA, and other top colleges. Let's see if they have... I mean, the two actresses are obviously the clickbait for this story. But well, this says among 40 people, at least 40. Yeah, it doesn't say. I'm sure we'll find out today. So I'll see if I can find the indictment. Maybe we'll go through that a little bit tomorrow because that's a big deal. All right, next on Twitter. Oh, poor Aunt Becky. Poor Aunt Becky. Good gracious. Let's see. Oh, well. Oh, Aunt Becky, it's already up to number 2 now. That's going to be number 1. That's going to be number 1 in no time whatsoever. The Packers in the mix for Bears, Adrian Amos. That's 3. 4 is now Aladdin. 5 is Web 30. Oh, my gosh. I'm sorry. I need my coffee. Number 6, National Pancake Day. Oh, yeah. I love pancakes. And IHOP. IHOP. Yeah, let's turn that off. One of the tastiest times of the year has finally arrived. On Tuesday, the International House of Pancakes, also known as IHOP, will celebrate National Pancake Day by giving out free pancakes. I am going to IHOP today. Customers can visit any IHOP to receive a free short stack of their famous buttermilk pancakes. The freebie deal is available from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. and is limited to 1 stack per guest. So if any of you live near an IHOP, go get you a small stack today. Whoa, what the heck is that? Okay, I don't know, but okay, I don't need to know that. All right, so get some free pancakes today on National Pancake Day. They'll make a day for anything. We talked about this the other day. Every day is a National Something Day, but I love me some pancakes, so I might have to get on that bandwagon. Tuesday Thoughts as opposed to Tuesday Thoughts. I still got to do that little thought meme thing. I got to find a thought of the day. No, I'm not doing that. Well, maybe I will. No, I'm not doing thought of the day. But Tuesday Thoughts, let's find one good Tuesday thought. There's got to be one good one that has nothing to do with Aunt Becky. Let's see. Kirby was insane. The best possible. No, that's not a good. I want a thought. Okay, here it is. Hang on. Here it is. Here's a good Tuesday thought. Professionalism. It's not the job you do. It's how you do the job. That's a good Tuesday thought. I'm going to leave it at that. That's a good Tuesday thought. All right, what's after that? Ravens, Suggs. Tell the Raven, Terrell Suggs is leaving the Ravens. Well, Terrell Suggs is getting up there in age, man. He's probably getting ready to retire. So, but he's still a hell of a linebacker. So someone's gonna enjoy having Terrell Suggs on their team. Oh, it's also National Girl Scout Day. All right, cool. All right, that's cool too. 9, Greenpeace. According to Greenpeace, Patrick Moore is not a co-founder of the organization and does not represent Greenpeace. He's a paid lobbyist, not an independent source. Yeah, you know what? Because Trump mentioned that Patrick Moore is a co-founder of Greenpeace because he's climate critical. I guess I use that a good word. So Trump tweeted about Patrick Moore, saying that he said the whole climate crisis is not only fake news, it's fake science. There's no climate crisis. There's weather and there's climate all around the world. And in fact, carbon dioxide is the main building block of all life. Wow, apparently he said that on Fox and Friends. But, and so some people are saying it's something about a feedback loop. I don't know if Patrick Moore I don't know what his position is, I think, well, yes, the climate's changing. It's always been changing, and I don't know that we should all be running and trying to cut our heads off, panicking, because from everything I've read and heard, no matter what we do now is not going to change it. And I think there's technologies that are coming that can reduce carbon emissions, but we're the only ones who are doing it right now. If you can force China and India to reduce their growing emissions issues, because ours are shrinking. Ours have been constantly shrinking with technology. So I don't know. I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed with this whole thing. Let's see. So Courtney Hagel, perfect example of the toxicity of the Trump Fox News feedback loop. Climate deniers get on Fox and Friends and literally calls the research on climate science fake news and fake science, which Trump then accepts as fact and tweets out to his followers. Well, that's Patrick Moore. Now apparently Greenpeace is saying Patrick Moore is not a co-founder of the organization and does not. Well, let's find out. Patrick Moore. Maybe I can. Let's do just a quick wiki lookup of Patrick Moore. Patrick Moore. Let's see. Patrick Moore. Greenpeace. There's one right there. Let's look him up. Patrick Moore, environmentalist. Patrick Albert Moore, born 1947, is a Canadian businessman, nuclear energy advocate, environmental consultant, and former president of Greenpeace. So are we just parsing words? Greenpeace says Patrick Moore is not a co-founder of the organization, but he's a former president of Greenpeace. After leaving Greenpeace, Moore has criticized the environmental movement for what he calls scare tactics and disinformation, saying the environmental movement abandoned science and logic in favor of emotion and sensationalism. Well, you know, in my lifetime, how many things have we been scared of? We've been scared of, well, now there's a debate on whether the global cooling thing was about global cooling or just about a certain winter. But let's see. We had a population bomb that said we were going to run out of food by the late 80s, by 1990, and everyone would die. We had the ozone hole in the ozone layer scare that said we would all die by the year 2000. We had Al Gore, who said that the New York City would be underwater by 2016. Well, I'm not sure. What year is this now? What year is it? 2000. Oh, yeah, it's 2019. And, you know, we've just had all these scares and you know, it's the Chicken Little thing. And so if our climate change is going to destroy the world right now, I'm like, well, the world's still going to be here. People will move. People will do, I don't know. It's not that I don't believe in climate change, but I just don't believe in panicking about it. Okay? The oceans were already supposed to cover Florida and New York, according to Al Gore. The polar bears are supposed to be already gone, according to Al Gore's, you know, his great movie that he made. When did he make that movie? Like 90? No, it was like 2006. 2006? Whenever that stupid movie came out. And if you just go and look up all the things that he said were going to happen that have not happened, well, we're all still here, you know? So I'm not going to cut my head off and kill my, you know, take my family out because someone said, you know, we should be setting our hair on fire, you know, whatever. If the issue, and also the other thing too is carbon dioxide is what plants use to grow. And there has been some reforestation that's been happening in lots of parts of the world. And the world's actually becoming greener because of the increased levels of carbon dioxide. That's, you know, really go plant a tree. Okay? Plant a tree. This is a good time to start a garden. Okay? Everyone start a garden and we'll help, you know, remove some of the carbon from the air. Because that's what plants use. So, but yeah, so he's a former president of Greenpeace. Okay? Are they mincing words? Are they mincing words? According to Greenpeace, he is a... Yeah, okay, so he is sharply and publicly differed with many policies of major environmentalist groups, including Greenpeace itself, on other issues including forestry, biotechnology, aquaculture, and the use of chemicals for many applications. According to Greenpeace, he is a, quote, paid spokesman for the nuclear industry, the logging industry, and genetic engineering industry, and is an outspoken proponent of nuclear energy and skeptical of human activity as the main cause for global warming. Greenpeace also stated in 2010 that Moore exploits long gone ties with Greenpeace to sell himself as a speaker and pro-corporate spokesperson. Well, let's just say this. He is so they don't deny that he's a former president of Greenpeace. And so, you know what? That's his prerogative to use his long gone ties with Greenpeace to sell himself as a speaker. You know what? I'm pretty sure that there's a couple presidents out there who use their long lost ties to get speaking engagements as former presidents or whatever, or former whatever, CEO of XYZ company. exploit their long-gone ties to sell themselves as speakers and pro or corporate sales people, whatever. And you know what? I don't know how. I don't know why. Maybe someone can explain this. So we're so worried about carbon emissions and whatever, but we really are super against nuclear power. Now, I know there's issues with nuclear power, whatever the dangers and stuff, but you know, that seems to be the European solution. And France, I mean, France has, let's learn from France then, because they have probably the most advanced nuclear reactors in the world, and they haven't had a lot of problems with them. Why not try them? You know, it's an all of the above solution. All right, let's get out of this one. Enough about what was that? What was the trending thing there? Was it green? Oh, Greenpeace. Yeah. So anyway, now people are talking about green. Oh, geez. Oh, because he put AOC on blast. That's why I suggested she was a pompous little twit. Twit meaning silly in the British lexicon, and pompous meaning arrogant. He's not a fan of AOC. Oh, that's why she's trending. Or that's why this Greenpeace is trending, because this guy mentioned AOC and Donald Trump mentioned him. So, my gosh, the double whammy of mega tweet storm people mentioned in the same breath as this guy. He'll be in the top 5 trending, or not him, but Greenpeace will be in the top 5 trending today. I could almost guarantee it. I mean, between Trump and AOC in the same breath as Greenpeace, oh, good God. Mosley, CJ Mosley agrees to a 5-year deal with the Jets. Albert Einstein's trending. Now, this is cool. Oh, no, you know what? It's kind of funny how Trump can say something or tweet something, and he'll have all of Twitter tweeting about it. So Donald Trump tweeted this is an hour ago. He just did this an hour ago? Oh, wow. Okay, so here's what Trump tweeted. This is a two-parter? He doesn't know how. Whatever. And all of this for great cost yet very little gain. I don't know about you, but I don't want Albert Einstein to be my pilot. I want great flying professionals that are allowed to easily and quickly take control of the plane. What? What the fuck are all these dials and knobs shit? Oh, who knows, sir? They make these things way too complicated. I bet you don't even know what half of them do. Sir, I don't. You don't want Albert Einstein up here flying. Haha, sir, that's a good one, sir. What? Okay, for whatever reason, Albert Einstein's trending. Okay, what are they bitching about? Okay, here we go. Since taking office, I've been very strict on commercial aviation. Good news. It was just reported that there were 0 deaths in 2017, the best and safest year on record. Okay, so they did this on January 1st, or January 2nd, 2018. And then, okay, so airplanes are becoming far too complex to fly. Pilots are no longer needed, but rather computer scientists from MIT. I see it all the time in many products, always seeking to go one unnecessary step further, when often old and simpler is far better. Split-second decisions are... Okay, so... Oh, good God. A year ago, Trump absurdly took credit for the safest year in commercial aviation history, which was due to technological advances. Today, he slams technological advances in aviation, says he doesn't want Albert Einstein flying his plane. So people are going to be bitching about Donald Trump saying something. So Albert Einstein will be trending all day. Ted Lieu, I agree with Donald Trump that Albert Einstein should not be my pilot. Also, Jared Kushner should not be a senior White House advisor, nor should he have a security clearance. Well, there you go, Ted Lieu, because, I'm sure the Krasensteins have something to say, but I'm not going to, unless I see it in the next little swerve here, I'm not going to, whatever. Okay, so Trump said something, and Albert Einstein's trending. Imagine that. Okay, after Albert Einstein, Mitt Romney, trending with Twinkies and Twinkie. Why? Congratulations, Mitt Romney. Congratulations to Mitt Romney's staff for making the guy who strapped a dog on the roof of his car and owns a dancing horse and has an elevator for his car seem almost human and relatable. What did Mitt Romney do? Aww. Look at that. My team surprised me with a cake made out of my favorite snack, Twinkies. Looking forward to this. Looking forward to all this year has in store. Isn't that cute? Okay, that's why Mitt Romney's trending with Twinkies. Isn't that cute? Twinkie cake. It's a crazy news day, all right. He's Democrat. Check your logic. Democrat Mitt Romney turns 72 today. Yes, we all know that he's really Republican, but that is pretty funny. Okay, well so yeah, that's why someone said almost making him look human. Oh, it looks like at least people are being nice to Mitt Romney. Sometimes you got to be nice to Mitt. I don't know why. William H. Macy, everyone knows, if you know who that is. He's an actor. That's Felicity Huffman's husband. He's the dude from Fargo. Is he a defendant? Wait a minute. Yes, he is also a defendant in this whatchamacallit, that the scam with the universities and bribes and things about it. Sort of interesting that the article says William H. Macy, husband, was involved, yet no headlines mention him. I'd argue he's the best known of the bunch. Well, it depends on who wrote the checks. You know, did he know what was going on? Did Felicity Huffman write the checks? Of course, that's Jessica Valenti. She's got to be, to put a feminist spin on it. What did William H. Macy know, and when did he know it? Well, that is true. The actresses Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin are two of the people charged. Is he being charged though? As set forth, Huffman and her spouse made a charitable contribution. That spouse is Oscar nominee William H. Macy. Show some respect. Well, okay, yeah. Okay, Huffman. I don't see. So it looks like Huffman did all the legwork. Okay, they're showing this indictment. I don't see Macy even mentioned. Okay, so that's why she's getting all the press. Except for Roy Blow, Huffman and her spouse. Oh, well, and her spouse, but maybe she wrote the checks, that's... Okay, yeah, so apparently people are mad that William H. Macy is not being mentioned in the stories. Another one, kind of weird that a story says Felicity Huffman and her husband are accused of bribery without mentioning her husband, William H. Macy, by name. Yeah, that's unusual, but if you're looking in the indictment, that they have pictures of here. Okay. So it says, defendant Felicity Huffman is a resident of Los Angeles. As set forth below, Huffman and her spouse made a purported charitable contribution of $15,000 to KWF to participate in the college entrance exam cheating scheme on behalf of her oldest daughter. I'm guessing that the phone calls and everything they have in here are her. It looks like yeah, it's all about her going in the indictment. Okay, so people are gonna so now it's a sexist thing that they only mention her. Okay, I get it. I get it why they might think that way, and we'll just leave it at that. Let's go. Tom Davis, linebacker, signed with the Chargers. Uncle Jesse, because Aunt Becky is trending. Jafar is trending because of Aladdin. Lynette Scavo, who's Lynette Scavo? She's also Lynette Scavo from Desperate Housewives. So these people isn't that what Felicity Huffman was in? Wasn't she in Desperate Housewives? I'm pretty sure. I see. Lynette Scavo is her character on Desperate Housewives. Aunt Becky and Lynette Scavo. Okay, so that's trending too. What else? Anything else that's interesting? Tashawn Gibson signs with the Texans. AFC North, keeping track of the Browns division. Not many coming. Okay, I don't know about the AFC North. Aladdin, Nikki and Alex. I don't know. That's probably something to do with Aunt Becky. All right, so we're going to be hearing about Aunt Becky all day, but I got a feeling that Albert Einstein is going to be trending quite a bit too. Guy Ritchie. Why is Guy Ritchie trending? That's Guy Ritchie is the one who directed or produced or something Aladdin. Okay, well, good for Guy Ritchie. All right, so that's it for Twitter trends. I actually, you know what? We're gonna skip headlines. Although I do have, let's see, this. I'm gonna do one article, and then I got to get out of here because, we're hearing a lot about the issues coming up on the border. As far as the immigration, it's either an emergency if you talk to the president. It's a crisis if you talk to Border Patrol agents. It's a nothing burger if you talk to certain factions on the other side of the aisle from them. But here's a little issue that I think is important because of why we want to make sure that we're paying attention to what's happening on our border. This is from the Epoch Times, which I'm not sure what city that's from, but here we go. Mumps. Other outbreaks force U.S. detention centers to quarantine more than 2,000 illegal aliens. Christian Mia thought she had a shot at getting out of immigration detention in rural Louisiana after she found a lawyer to help him seek asylum. Then she was quarantined. Or then he was quarantined. Oh, he was quarantined. Oh, Christian. I thought it said Christine. Early in January, a mumps outbreak at the privately run Pine Prairie Immigration and Customs Enforcement Processing Center, holy crap, that's a hell of a name, put Miha and hundreds of other detainees on lockdown. When there is just one person who is sick, everybody pays, Miha, 19, said in a phone interview from the Pine Prairie Center, describing weeks without visits and access to the library and dining hall. That's interesting. They have a library and a dining hall. While his attorney wasn't allowed in, his immigration court case continued over a video conference line. On February 12th, the judge ordered Miha deported back to Honduras. A number of people amassed in immigration detention under the Trump administration. Blah, blah. Let me try that sentence again. The number of people amassed in immigration detention under Trump has reached record highs. As of March 6th, now see, there's no crisis, and yet we have record high detention. As of March 6th, more than 50,000 illegal aliens were in detention, according to ICE data. Internal emails reviewed for this article reveal the complications of managing outbreaks such as the one at Prime. That's what happens when you get a haircut. It affects how your mouth moves. Internal emails reviewed for this article reveal the complications of managing outbreaks such as the one at Pine Prairie, since illegal alien detainees often are transferred around the country and infected people don't necessarily show symptoms of viral diseases even when they are contagious. Mumps can easily spread through droplets of saliva in the air, especially in close quarters. While most people recover within a few weeks, complications include brain swelling, sterility, and hearing loss. So, so they have this mumps outbreak in one of the detention centers. So they quarantine a bunch of the people off. That's the thing. You can't, when people immigrate legally, we can screen for certain issues such as contagious diseases and whatnot. You can't when they just cross the border on their own. So, it's as complicated as an issue it is. We gotta frickin' get it right. It's insane. So, well, folks, that's got to be it for today because I'm well beyond my ending time, even though I started a little late. So that's why probably I stayed on a little long for y'all. As you know, I am here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Central, and 3 p.m. GMT for those who are in other parts of the world trying to figure out when to come see me. You guys in the chat, I'm so appreciative of you. I wish you all a great day, but unfortunately I gotta go. By the way, Sarah's been putting my Streamlabs link in the chat. If you ever want to donate or ever want to do a super chat, I definitely will read those if I hear the sound. I don't always get to the chat every day. And also, reminder, Friday, we're going to celebrate the 200 subscribers, even though now I'm up to 230. But you know what? Hey, invite your friends. The more the merrier. Invite them to the chat. Invite them to do things with us, and and all that good stuff. So anyway, I must thank you. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, same bat channel, and I'll find a new song to sing because maybe I'll sing A Whole New World. I don't even know the words of that song, so I'm gonna find a song that I can sing that I actually know the words to. I really will. I promise. I'll come up with one. I know the song, words to at least one song. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. My name is Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here. Bye-bye.